We're all looking at the same thing. Thank you for joining us for another perspective from the Sag Nasty If Anybody Asks Me podcast. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment. For more videos, please subscribe to the channel.
So imagine the May before, I was in Saginaw thinking it. So my brain was kind of like, oh man, look what can happen with a little hard work and dedication. It was just like that. I mean, my life completely had changed right there. When I first got out to Hawaii, I'm stunned. I'm a Michigan kid. I'm standing there in Hawaii like, oh man, I live here now. You see what I'm saying? Like I was stationed there for 4 years. That was
Yep.
crazy. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it's like I remember getting there going, oh my God, I live
It's
here.
like
I
another
woke up that
planet.
next morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went and called my mom. And that was the first thing I said. I said, Mom, I said, God is good. I was like, man, I said, I can't believe. I say, because imagine like this was like what May. I think I got there May of 2002. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine the May before I was in Saginaw kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
So my brain was kind of like, oh man, look what can happen with a little hard work and dedication and discipline. It was just
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
My life completely had changed right there within a
Mm-hmm.
year's time. You see what I'm saying? Like, and now I was just intrigued and happy to see what was further to come. And like you said, as soon as I got there, ended up going to the Philippines. Oh, seeing a whole different country, different world, doing some cool stuff, learning my craft. Next thing you know, we come back, we go on deployment. I go to sniper school. You see what I'm saying? Like once
Wow.
again, I'm like,
How come you
yeah.
went
So
to
I, once,
sniper school? Because you showed proficiency in shooting, or what makes you go there? Or
yeah.
does everyone go
So
there? Or like,
I gotta give credit to Corporal Medina on this. I don't know if he'll
mm-hmm.
ever listen, but if he does, but like this dude, like he knew we wanted to go special operations, so he knew
Okay.
like I wanted to do like reconnaissance work, stuff like that. He knew it. I told him, hey man, this is what I'm trying to do. They have an end doc, let me know I'm out, you know. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh well, we'd rather have you over here with us, but he started training us while we was in the Philippines. Plus, we were doing a bunch of cool kind of secret level stuff. So imagine I ended up getting exposed to like working with Army Special Forces. We were working with some CIA guys. We were working with some
Wow.
DA, yeah, all kinds of contract, different stuff. So imagine here I am fresh into the military, seeing all this different stuff going, man, this is cool. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, once again, that's exactly what I want to do. Because I'll never
Mm.
forget when we seen the contractors guys, they was like wearing regular clothes, had the beards and stuff, but you could
Yeah.
tell they was like military guys. So we roll up on them, we all in our little uniforms, like, bro, who are you? Oh, bro, I'm such and such. I used to be Army. You ain't got to serve me, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, what do y'all do? Oh, we work for these companies, man. We got out of the military. Now we work over here. And hey, this how much we make. As a young PFC, you making crumbs. And when these dudes spit out six-figure incomes, it's like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Like, and then
Yeah.
that's when it was like, okay, there is something else after this. Because a lot of people used to try to tell kids and tell us, oh man, you just go to the military, you ain't gonna be get no job after that. Yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? It's like because now you're exposed to a lot of these different government agencies and stuff that you're interacting with, the FBI, these people here. And that's where like my eyes really got opened up because it was like, okay, I got a little taste of that working at the police department because we did work with the FBI, DA,
Yes.
ATF,
Yeah.
those guys. And I seen those guys like, okay, I want to do that stuff. But in the
New
military, I'm like,
level.
cool. If I get all this special operations stuff, that'll make my walk towards those agencies a lot easier, is what I was looking
Yeah.
at. You know, because like I
Yeah.
said, as I'm trying to like build up this career, yeah, if I decide to get out, I'm looking like, okay, if I decide to get out, what am I going to do next? And I want to stay in this field. So what is there other options after this? You know, whether I stay in and retire or whether I get out and go here. And then, like I said, war was going on. It's like, well, make it through the war first, and then we'll figure all that stuff out afterwards.
Yeah. That's
Had a
true.
plan, but it was just like get through that problem first, you know. And it's
That's
like
true.
really that kind of went into everything. Like once I got through sniper training, man, like that was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life. One of the best things I ever did in my life, like I
So
said. But
detailed, I could imagine. That's like new
oh man,
details.
oh my God! When you talk about discipline and details, man, it goes beyond what anybody could ever think about. And when I say
Mm-hmm.
down to the details, it's like man, down to the sip of water you're taking, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like, but that's what made me appreciate that craft because, like I said earlier,
Wind.
going into it, I wanted to try to be like a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? With my work ethic towards the my career. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not saying like, oh, I wanted to be like no, like that work ethic them guys had. I was trying to develop that in that military style type situation that I was in, right?
Yeah.
And that program allowed me to do that. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because it really focused on that attention, because like it said, dude, you shooting like that, you had to be still. You know what I mean? Like you had to watch that wind. You had to like so it's like
Your
you couldn't
breath,
just go be a
right?
good shooter. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it just wasn't like it's like just imagine like some people that are okay at or good at basketball, they can just go play whenever. But
Oh
it's like, man,
wow.
you looking at that dude like, man, if he just puts that work in, what'll happen? But it's like this program, they don't accept nothing less than failure. Like I said, anything 80% below, you're failing. And here's the thing: if you
Wow.
get an 80, they kind of frowning at you like,
Yeah.
But it pushes you though. You see what I'm saying? And that was one of the things. It's like, man, that it pushes you on a level both mentally and physically. Because physically, they're killing you because they know the demands of that job is going to be rigorous. There's going to be times you're going to be out there alone by yourself, only with a couple other guys, and you might have to carry these dudes out or carry a bunch of stuff. And you got to stay there, stay still, no matter what the weather's doing, the elements, what's going on around. You know what I mean? It's like so. There's a whole process, not just the physical and the shooting. It's a whole lot of other stuff, dude. I had to learn, like, basically, I became an outdoorsman. I
That's what
had
I was
to. I
wondering. Right.
literally got the skill. I'm certified. You see what I'm saying? People are like, what
I'm
am I?
seeing
Yeah,
like
I
all
actually
the
a
movie
certified
scenes of
outdoorsman.
like
Right.
the guy in the
Right.
snow, the guy in the jungle, the
Yeah,
guy
man.
in the
Because you got
desert.
to learn that
Yeah.
stuff. Oh, man. The
Yeah.
jungle training. Whoo, that jungle will kill you.
Yep.
That jungle. Here's the thing, man. I tip my hat to every Vietnam vet, to every World War One and two, or whoever had to fight in trenches or whoever had to fight in the jungle. My God, man. Even in the mountains. Like
Yeah,
we fought
mountains.
out in the desert and stuff like that, but I can tell you right now, that jungle would have been something awful, man, because
Oh,
it the jungle in itself can kill you.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like just the jungle by itself can snuff you out. Trust me, very easily. One, you
Mm-hmm.
prick your finger on something, you touch one of them
It's
little
game
colorful
over.
frogs, it's over for you, right?
Yeah.
It's like, but it made you get a whole new respect. And I can honestly say, man, being from Saginaw, that was the best thing I could have ever did. It was like when we got stationed out in Asia and was, training out there in the jungle, man, and you walking through the jungle like that, man, it's just like it gave me a whole different appreciation for being back home because it was just
Wow.
like, man, like we got it good. You see what I'm saying? It's just like we really got it good. And I think that was some of the lessons I was taking too as I traveled around the world, doing that job and doing those different stuff. Because we went to places that most people would never step foot on. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's where like I soaked that stuff up because I was looking at it as like, okay, people from back home would never be able to see this. So it's up to me to catalog it if I can take pictures and get them.
Amen.
But I
Yeah.
got to come back and tell them the story. And hopefully, if it's somewhere we can all visit, hey, man, we need to go. You see what I'm
That's
saying? Because
awesome.
like I said, I looked at it as like, man, like that's kind of where it's at. Because hopefully, if I come back and I start telling somebody about a Thailand or a Philippines or Japan or South Korea, it might inspire that kid back in Saginaw to be like, hey, man, I remember when Daryl saw he lived in South Korea. I can do that too. Hey, man, I remember Latho Wise or this person, and they live over here and they was over here traveling. I could do that too. And like I said, doesn't always have to be the NFL or NBA or some high level doctor, lawyer job. That stuff's cool to me too. That's inspiring because I know that kid's gonna have to go through a process in order to get
Get
to
to
those
that.
places. You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean? It's
know
like
the
it's not gonna
process,
be
right?
easy, but he's gonna have to work to get there and he's gonna appreciate every bit of that step of that process. And then obviously once you're there, you know how that feeling is, man. It feels good to know that like, man, I'm an American and I make it over here overseas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Coming from Saginaw, it's like that's a huge accomplishment in my eyes. It's like
Mm-hmm.